Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 12. I'm Lord Xaydam. Let's continue with the greatness that is Sakura Spirit. It took a miracle to convince the others that our activities had been innocent, but thanks to Narumi's testimony of what had happened, coupled with the fact she informed us of Mio's previous instance of freezing, they believed me. However, as I turned to leave, Narumi took me to one side and whispered to me that in return for saving my hide, she wanted me to visit her house later that evening. Oh my! I couldn't really see how I could get out of that, so I agreed. That evening, I made my excuses to remove myself from the presence of the other girls, and made my way over to Narumi's home, knocking lightly on the door. Hey, Naru-chan. Are you in there? Just a moment. The door's open. Don't come in yet. I found myself a little bit curious at Narumi's words, pondering what the girl was planning inside. Perhaps she was preparing a meal or something to surprise me with, or some sort of present, or perhaps she merely wanted to talk. Whatever the reason might have been, Narumi's voice came from somewhere inside the house once more. Okay, you can come in now, Taka-kun. Finding myself getting kind of excited by whatever Narumi had planned, I opened the door and walked into the room. The door swinging shut behind me. The room was dark and I remembered it, and it struck me to hunt for a light. Foolishly, I began to look for a light switch when I remembered that such things was unlikely to exist here, so I located a little lamp and a nearby box of matches, lighting it with ease. Turn around, Taka-kun. Oh. No words. No. Oh, bye. You know what every boy is thinking right now. Or girl, if you roll that way. I turned around and my eyes bulged. Standing before me was Narumi, only she was dripping with lovely, lovely chocolate. And I just censored episode 11. Now I'm going to have to censor episode 12. Not that I'm complaining, but yeah, you know. In the few moments my brain had before I let out a shriek. I did briefly consider her to be the victim of a slime attack, but no, I could smell chocolate in the air, and slime girls were clearly not made of chocolate. Please tell me there's no such thing as a chocolate spirit possessing you. I instantly found my eyes drifting along Narumi's chocolate-coated figure, trying to figure out if there was any sign about her struggle. Look at that face, there was no struggle. Oh my, definite thumbnail already. With a spirit, but it would soon be revealed I got myself in a greater pinch than I had expected. Of course not, silly. Don't you like it? Doesn't it just suit me? Sweet and delicious? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh! Calm down. Well, it certainly looks sweet and delicious, and not simply because of the chocolate, but what in the world happened to you? Heh, thank you. Don't worry about the little details. We can talk about them after. Yes, yes, come on. Taste? Yeah, that's what she said would happen. In your world, anyway, one person puts something tasty on their body, the other eats it. That's how you get closer to people. I think she called it intimacy. I know she's trying to say intimacy. What? Did Takahiro mention something like this? Wait, in my world, this is actually a gesture shown between those who are very intimate, because you do realize that there no way this won't end up. My words stuttered a little as Narumi stepped closer, her pose making me gulp lightly as I tried to resist the urge to submit to this temptation. I'm sorry, but as I would lose all self-control. I would. I'm being completely honest. Seeing a girl like that, Jesus. At this rate, getting a stomach from all the chocolate would be the least of my worries. Oh? What's wrong, Taka-kun? Don't you want to bond with me? Or do you just not like chocolate? I have some honey if you prefer that. No, I like chocolate. I love chocolate, and I don't think getting your honey will be proper either. Then I just don't get it. What's wrong? Is it just that it's me? No, 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 no. I bet if this was Mio or Chi-chan, you'd be slurping it all up right now. Oh, bye. She's making me feel guilty as well. Oh. The day Mio-chan coats herself in chocolate is the day pigs sprout wings and start living with the birds. Ha! Yeah, she'd never do something like this. But I still don't get why you're not enjoying this. Did I do it wrong? No, 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 it's perfection. Narumi-chan, this is usually something lovers end up doing for each other. Oh, wow, so I guess I did miss up pretty big, didn't I? When I see that Shrine Guardian next time, I'm going to tell her where she can smear her chocolate right over her big lying mouth. Oh. Well, we can't let all that chocolate go to waste, so yes. No! Mio! Oh. Oh. Let us take a moment of silence for the greatness that we have all lost. Our moment of silence has been concluded. Let's continue. Narumi, I need to talk about what the hell is going on in here? Your vice Taijo is possessed by a chocolate spirit. Chocolate. Do I look like a child? This is because of earlier, isn't it? No, it's not. I promise. I was just giving some really bad. I was just given some really bad advice. It sounds like really sweet advice. Shoo, really. Well then, I'm going to give you some really good advice. Go and clean up now, before anyone else sees you like this. Honestly, you represent this village. You could be called at any moment to defend it. Do you think yourself capable while in a chocolate bodysuit? No, but she's capable for me. I don't think most would. Do think most would. I'm not finished. Narumi, clean yourself. You are sleeping in my spare room tonight. Takahiro, you are to clean up the mess here. If you do not complete this task before morning, then you don't get to sleep. If you do not complete this task before breakfast, then you do not get breakfast. That's one hell of a sour flavour I'm getting right now. I nodded my head lightly. Oh, the shout and angry glare of the samurai girl making me feel a bit too intimidated to try to decline her demands. Narumi's chocolate body titled of the episode. As she marched the dejected and still rather dripping woman out of the house, shielding her with an old robe, I sighed. It was going to take me hours to clean off all this chocolate. Tsuri, however it's pronounced, you are a gracious spirit, but Miori's timing was not welcoming. If Ichikawa ever finds out this happened and I didn't even get a nibble, he's going to take away all my man cards. Oh, I can't believe that happened. Oh, it was going to go so beautifully, but then no, it had to be taken away from us. It had been a week already since my arrival within this peculiar world. Peculiar, beautiful, fantastic, glorious world. I helped with tasks around the village alongside Michiko and Meiko. I trained with Mio and Narumi. I'd even tried my hand at repairing some of the damage done by Sakura. Honestly, I still had no clue where I was, but I was enjoying my time spent here. While this seemed to be a place within the distant past, a time akin to the feudal period of Japan, I couldn't help but find myself to be unable to place the link of feudal Japan and... For a moment, my eyes drifted towards the two fox girls before me, and a soft sigh escaped my lips. No history books ever told me that fox girls was supposed to be a thing of the past. Sure, Kitsune were popular beings in mythology, but they weren't real. So, you're certain that with this wedding sash the village gave you both, I'll be able to return to my world? I don't want to return! Please! In the end, I could hardly believe it that Meiko might had possessed that means to overcome the obstacle the shrine magic had been. Meiko-chan has been doing some research, aided by Tashiri, and she believes the spell will return something to where it belongs. I suppose that is the best we have. It will work, I know it will. It just needs a little time to prepare. I'm not sure if I should be grateful or worried. For now I shall be the former. Still, I didn't think you'd succeed so quickly, Meiko-chan. Yep, magic's super easy. Just a wave and a flash and everything's done. Everything except the time it will take you to prepare your ingredients. Do not belittle the arcane arts, Meiko-chan. You have a tremendous gift. A wave and a flash. Oh, I'm not about to explode into fireworks, right? Absolutely, definitely, certainly, probably not. I guarantee that. Don't worry, Takani. I won't do anything that'll hurt you. Hopefully. Unless you happen to be made of clay, glass, wood or stone, since those all seem to shatter when you try to cast your spells upon them. Only Sama, you didn't need to tell him that. Oh, Kami. Good thing that the human body is mostly made up of water. Perhaps we should take a break first. I'm feeling a bit. Perhaps it was the excited natures of the younger fox girl, but until now I didn't notice the fact I was starting to sweat strongly, and as if on cue a dizziness spell took its hold of me. Feeling my body fall sideways, I collapsed onto the ground, my breathing heavy and ragged, while the girls ran over toward me, shouting my name in concern. Dot dot dot, dot dot dot, dot dot. What happened? Slowly I regained consciousness, my eyes opening to take the familiar surroundings of the room I had occupied during my stay with this unfamiliar world. Still, what I didn't expect to see was the two fox girls from before were in my room, seemingly busy preparing something. Takakun, it's good to see you awake again. You were unconscious for some time. How are you feeling? A bit tired, but I'm feeling better now. I'm sorry to have made you worried, Michiko-chan. You still have quite a high temperature. I've prepared a soup for you, which will be ready soon, and Meiko-chan is preparing a spell that will hopefully perk you up even more. I think all you have is the flu. You were so hot and sweaty, I just had to pull you out of your clothes to wash them. My head did still feel a little bit fuzzy, but I was likely just a little bit exhausted from all the training I did before. I guess even the Iron Man gets a flu sometimes. It took me a moment, however, to realise what Michiko had said, and raising a hand to lift my blankets, a little the fact I was left in nothing but a pair of shorts made my cheeks the perfect imitation of a ripe tomato. You took my clothes off? And why am I still on the verge of being naked? As if being naked was not enough of a problem, the fact that there was a pretty girl before me made me pretty certain about keeping the blanket over me as if it had been a second layer of skin. Almost ready, Ni-chan. Oh! The sudden movement of Michiko when she slipped past me had left me startled, her hands gently grasping a hold of my shoulder while she pulled me closer against her body. I couldn't help but notice my face getting warm from embarrassment while I was being pulled backward into her embrace. Takakun, you need to relax. None of our robes fit you. Besides, do you really want to walk around in girls' robes? Easier said than done. Who in the world would be able to relax when a girl was hugging so close to them? Not to mention the lack of clothes made it far from easy to remain calm. Just lay back against me and watch the show. Meiko-chan is about to give you a demonstration of her power. It'd be rude not to pay attention, and I would hate to have to punish you for being rude. Of course, those instructions just had to be whispered into my ear with the same temptations a succubus might have used, and yet the reminder of Meiko's presence made my eyes snap toward the scene. The sight of the younger fox girl preparing some sort of magical spell causing me to look at her in awe, briefly forgetting the embarrassing situation I was in. Don't be afraid if you feel any unusual sensation. Once a spell takes hold, it usually takes a few moments to flow through you. Of course, you are free to grab hold of me if you want to. Despite my attempts to protest against the idea of any side effects being created by Mego's spell, I decided that it was best not to worry too much, and she wouldn't blow me up. Still, the bits of glowing orbs that started to gather in the room, not to mention soft whispers of the other fox girl who had started her spell, left me in a bit of a daze. Perhaps I should have taken the invitation to grab a hold of Machiko before any explosions ruined my chance. And ha! Oh my, that's fire! As I watched the younger Kitsune begin to swirl her arms around, tiny points of light, like little fireflies, began to appear in the vortex of her swirling hands and began to spin around her. The light felt warm to look at, not hurtful to the eyes, but certainly more intense than a candle or a light bulb. Her cheeks flushed as she began to move her whole body, a curious little dance that made the light flare even more. It makes me jealous seeing her like this, not of her power but her beauty. Right now she could be the most beautiful creature in the world. I wouldn't be able to disagree with you at a sight like this. Ah, but would you choose her over me? Which do you think would suit you better? Maturity or youthful vigor? Or perhaps a stern Tsunda is more your type? Or are you more into the exhibitionist type? I could tell she was just trying to get a rise out of me, even in my dizzy state. I began to reply to her comments when I felt a tingle inside me. It felt similar to the sensation of swallowing fizzy candy, only it was not in my mouth, but in my entire nervous system. Oh, this feels weird. And it's done. And he didn't even explode. Yay! Wait, what? Tell me, do you feel any better, Takakun? I feel a bit odd, like my entire body is tingling. I really hope I won't be exploding. Nah, if you were going to explode, you would have done it by now. You'll be super fine in no time. Dinner, yeah. In most? As soon as she had finished her spell, she clutched the side of her head and fell to her knees. Both I and Machiko seemed equally startled by Mego's sudden pained cry, and while I tried to get back to my feet, Machiko only rushed to her side. Chibiko, you need to be more restrained when it comes to magic. Please lie back. Takakun, can you look after her? I can prepare a little something to aid in her recovery. I may as well do that while your soup cooks. Sure, come on, Mego-chan. Lay down for a moment till your Oni-sama returns. Whispering gently, I finally regained my footing and made my way over to Mego's side. After making sure her sister was doing alright, Machiko left the room, causing me to be left alone with the groaning girl who was struck with a nasty headache after casting her spell. Ah, Oni-sama, Takani. Don't worry, Meiko-chan, I'm sure your sister will be back soon. Until then, try to relax a little. Takani, do you like Oni-sama? Where did that question come from? Oni-sama asked, but you didn't answer. I don't mind, you know, if you like Oni-sama over me. I'd sure like it if you liked me, though. How to explain it? I briefly paused to try to think of a good way to respond to the statement when I finally decided to play it safe. I gently raised a hand to pet the Kitsune's head while I continued with a warm smile. To answer your question correctly, I like both of you. Just like I like Narumi-chan and Mio-chan. You're the precious friends I made in this new world. No, silly, of course you like us all, but who do you like, you know, like? Oni-sama was asking about your type, and I know what that means. It means the person you like. Oh, you mean it like that? Well, to be honest, I've been focusing so much on my judo to be thinking of girls in such a way. Not that they haven't been, doing such things. How about I'll make you and your sister a promise? A promise? Yes, a promise. Right now I'm not ready to answer such a question, because judo has always been my most important thing in life. I have a reason to return to my world, to finish that match that would represent the result of my hard work. It's my dream, and real men don't give up on their dreams. But now I'll promise you that after my match, I'll do all within my might to return to this world, as a man who would be able to answer your question. So in the end, I'll have a reason to return to this world, because a real man always keeps his promise. That makes me happy. I get the feeling, yeah, the sacrifice will be either sacrificing the judo match for love, or sacrificing love for the judo match. And I'm going with the girls, I'm sorry, well, whichever one. So far, the ones I'm interested in, not because of the, appreciative and lovely scenes. The ones I've got my eyes on are Narumi and Michiko, mainly because we've learned a little bit more about them. I mean, it would have to be something pretty big for it to be Mako. I mean, I still stick by my reasoning for not choosing her. But Mio, a little bit more for her, and then, well, then again, yeah, a little bit more for her, then I'll see how it goes. As I said that, she began to sit up, kneeling beside me as I lay there. As we sat there, I heard a curious shuffling, and Mako squeaked as she toppled back onto her bum. Nah, I fell again. Guess I'm not so well just yet. You should stay like that for a bit, Mako-chan. You must be tired after all that magic you tried to control just now. Yeah, I'm fine. As she said that, her tail twitched about behind her, pulling her skirt back up even more. Really? You seem to be fidgeting a lot for some reason. Nah, Nikun is just worried. Mako-chan is fine. And again, there was a curiousness to her actions. She was curling her hands, her ears were twitching, and she seemed to have a strangeness to her voice. In the back of my head, a worrying voice was telling me that she was acting like a cat. Then why is a kitsune acting like a cat girl? I swear if there was a mouse around, you would have pounced after it already. Nah, the magic makes Mako-chan do weird things sometimes. One time, Ni-chan had to get a ladder because Mako-chan had climbed a tree and was building a nest. Anyway, Mako-chan thinks Takane looks like a mouse. Maybe Mako-chan should pounce it on Takane. Wait, I'm totally I'm totally a Tom, not a Jerry. Beautiful. Huh? Silly Ni-chan. Talking about your world, trying to confuse Mako-chan. Definitely going to pounce on you. My eyes quickly scanned the area around me, trying to see if I could distract her long enough for Michiko to return. I glanced upon a long piece of thread that had been discarded, and I grabbed it, dangling it in front of Mako's face. Pounce on this instead. Yeah! The girl began to swat and lash at the long bit of string, sitting back even further. Happy that I had managed to prevent another embarrassing scene, I lay back. Only to be greeted by the rising skirt of Mako, reminding me of exactly why the kitsune had been in the village in the first place, way before I had even met them. Wait, Mako-chan, know that if you jump now I will see something that can't be unseen. Your skirt is about to... I waved a hand towards her, my eyes averted from her while my face had turned a crimson red colour. She's wearing nothing under there. Wakya! With a shriek that undoubtedly shook the very mansion to its foundations, the girl slammed her hand down onto her skirt, hiding herself from me and saving her dignity. Oh no, I'm not a maiden any longer. I can't wear white at my wedding. I promise I didn't see anything. You're totally still a maiden, but please tell your sister you two need underwear. If not for your own sake, then for that of the male species. Oni-sama, Takani says we need underwear. As the girl called out, I felt a wave of dizziness wash over me. My head swam, and I had to shiver. And I began to shiver. If this was the flu, then it was certainly attacking me with vengeance. I let forth a groan and lay back again, clutching my own body. Oh my goodness! Miko, your spell has worn off quickly. Here, Takakun, eat some of this. It'll make you feel better. I nibbled on the mixture Michiko's spoon fed me. The mixture tasted bad, but it made me feel better. What's wrong with it, Moni-sama? Fear not, sweetie. It's just a resurgence. He must have caught quite a bad case. We are quite fortunate we caught it early. Your spell did wonders. The flu was just a lot stronger than we thought. Do not worry. If you say so. He will be fine. He's just having a low fever right now. He is cold and will need warming up. I'll go get some food for him. Could you fetch some blankets? Blankets? But I know something that'll warm him up a lot better. Oh! Okay, we're ending off this episode. Good day.